Mm. All right, we are live. Gonna try this once more, see how it goes. All right, so the season is almost starting for us. I cannot wait. I'm not gonna lie. The snow's finally melting. Got lots of warm days coming up, so the snow will melt even quicker. The nights are still cold though. It's still in the negative temperatures just a little bit. So it still freezes up a little bit at night, but the days are getting to be nice and warm, which is great. I've got a couple of lawn care quotes I need to get done, and it's kind of hard to do lawn care quotes with the snow on the ground. So once the snow is gone, I can go do those quotes. I think should be able to do them by next week, I'm hoping. And then after that, we will be able to get some hopefully pick those 2 jobs up. And I haven't had many calls for lawn care this year yet, just those 2, but I'm hoping to get some more lawn care calls. And as well, I am hoping to get a bunch of deck cleaning, staining jobs. I have 2 jobs I'm gonna go quote tomorrow and then send those quotes off. So the one quote is actually just 2 doors down from me, which is fantastic. It's not very far whatsoever, but it's a very big deck. It's got stain on it already. Um, so I'm not sure how that's gonna go for that deck. I'm gonna try and sell her on this Q-Tex stain that I use. It's an oil-based stain which soaks into the wood and it repels water really good, and it lasts way longer than the other stain. It doesn't peel, chip, or crack. But I put down whatever the customer wants. But if they want me to put down their stain, I'm not going to guarantee it for the season because I just don't know if it's going to work or not. And the stain I use, I know it's going to last a lot longer. So this deck next door to me is very big, like I said, and I am not sure if she's going to want to go for what I want to do with it because I would like to restain it right back down to bare wood and put the stain on that I have. That way, I can guarantee that it's going to last a lot longer. But some customers don't want to pay that price, but they rather just have the quick option and just put another coat down. But if you just clean the deck and put another coat of stain on top of the stain that is there now, it's not going to look good because if it's peel or chip anywhere, it's going to be all it's all blotchy. You can actually see where you put the stain back over the other stain, and it's going to look really bad. I've seen that before, and it's not a good look. So I am gonna try and sell her on that stain as well as the other customer. He's actually across the lake. He called me today, same issue with him. He already has stain on his deck. He wants it restained. But I just kind of explained to him that if I do put the same stain on that's on there now, it's not going to look good. And I basically just won't guarantee the work because I can guarantee it's going to be PO and shipping within the end of the season. And I don't want the customer to come back to me saying that I did a bad job and it didn't work proper. So if you're going to do the job, guys, you got to make sure you're doing it properly. Um, yeah, if you do a crappy job, then they're just going to complain about it. So I always like to tell them, especially with deck staining, that you need to have it done properly. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And if you use these other stains that you want to put down on your deck, I know for a fact that it's going to not last any more than the season. If it does, it may come up the next season. But I had this one customer actually just down in the town here. She had put a cheap stain on one season, and it was already gone by the same season, actually, halfway through season. So I tried to sell her on using the stain that I have. But when I told her the price of sanding the deck all back down and then putting the stain on it, she was like, "That's a lot of money." But she had asked if we could just sand the deck down and that's it. Um, if she does that, I just sure hope they don't put another cheap stain on there unless she goes and buys a stain herself and puts it on herself. But I don't think she will. Um, so yeah, just that job, I was really hoping to pick the whole job up because it's to really close to my house. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and sell some people on a few of my jobs that I have. Um, And then, yeah, so and then I've got, what else do I have going on? Oh, I've got a bunch of people who were calling me for window cleaning jobs. So I've booked a bunch of window cleaning jobs. I followed up on some from last year that said they wanted it done. So I went and started to do that. And I had a couple people confirm already. So it's great. And some of these jobs they booked are the bigger jobs, which is fantastic. um, that's what I want. I want the bigger jobs. I'm trying to stay away um, from the lower paying jobs because I'm not going to get to where I want to be. So I am just trying my best to get my um, bigger paying jobs. Uh, so yeah, it's going to be good. I hope, and it will be good to have all those jobs booked in. I've got a couple people with some smaller jobs as well. I'm trying to. I don't know if I'm trying to stay away from them or if what I'm going to do this year, especially with window cleaning. Um, hey, what's up, buddy? Been a long time since seeing you. I'm just trying to talk about my season. The snow here is just starting to. Well, it's not starting to melt. It's been melted for like the last week or so. So the lake is almost well, it's not almost melted. It's half melted. So I'm hoping the snow is gone in the next week. I got 2 long coats to do, so I hope I can get out there because can't really do long care quotes in the snow. Um, can't really see, what you're doing. This one place that wants me to do quote, it's um, a huge inn. So I didn't really want to do quote for her because it's about, let's see, it's about 9 minutes off of my route. It's not where I really want to be. I've had a bunch of people in the last couple of years call me from that area. But I am going to try and go do the quote for her on April 9th. And hopefully, I can get that job, and then maybe I can get rid of some other people that I don't want because uh, they're smaller jobs, and this is going to be a very big job if I do get it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm ready to go. I actually just booked a trip down Niagara Falls for last 2 days of March. I've got some free points from my Marriott points, so I want to get those points used up, or those free nights used up before they expire, which they expire like a couple months from now. So that would be a nice little getaway before season starts. 2 nights away, and then yeah, I'm like ready to go. I've been ready to go since midwinter, man. I'm like have all these people calling me and wanting to book me. So I can't wait to get out there and get going. I know what I want this year. I'm getting more clear of what I want to do for my business, where I want to be. But to do that, I need one more employee, and I'm not having any luck finding another employee. I had a guy come. He was supposed to come in for an interview last Monday, but he never showed up. My place is not hard to find, but whenever people come in, because we own a trailer park, whenever people come in here, they say it's a trailer park. That can't be the place. So they take off, and then they'll email you or call you later on and say I can't find the place. So I emailed him back right away and told him, give me a call. I can tell you how to get here, and you can come for the interview. Never heard back from him. And the funny thing is, he said he wants a job. So I don't know why he never called me back. But anyways, I've got a virtual job fair on Thursday, which is going to be interesting. I've never heard of a virtual job fair, but it's done all online. They were going to do it in person, but because of what's going on with COVID and whatnot, I guess they decided to try a virtual one. So I can't wait to do that. I don't even know how people find out about it, but I'm going to post the links up in many different places to try and get people to come check it out, and maybe hopefully I will get somebody from that because I really need another employee for this season. I'd like to send a crew out this year with lawn care because I'm doing lawns on Thursday, Fridays again. Um, I don't have all my customers confirmed yet. I have a whole bunch of people that I am still waiting to hear back from. And honestly, some of these people I would not care if I did not get them back. Um, because they're like low paying jobs, and they're just not jobs I really want to be doing. The one job, actually, I've been cutting this guy's lawn for like over 10 years, and he is very cheap. Um, Started doing the lawn for 35 bucks, put me up to like 40 bucks. I've been cutting it for 40 bucks the last little while. And at the end of last season, I just told him I don't want to cut it for that price anymore. It's got to be more this year. So I sent him a letter. I don't know if I'm gonna hear from him, but I sent him a letter. I jacked it from $40 to $55. And I have to do that because I'm not making any money off this lot. Like it's not even worth it. Got three people on the lot. It takes us about 10 to 15 minutes. But it's very cheap. So I've got that, and then I have sorry, I just dropped my phone trying to find it. Then I've got then I also told him his fall cleanup is going to go up in price, which I gave him that letter as well. So I sent that off. I sent that off quite a while ago, and I've not heard back from him. Um, so I'm wondering if he's just going to wait till the season starts. He usually waits till the season starts to call me, anyways. So I will see what happens with that, um, and we will see what happens. Um, and then we've got what else? Yeah, I bucked. Oh, I upped all my prices this year as well. Sorry, I've bucked or I upped my prices this year for all my lawns. I had out of all the people I sent the letters to, I've only had two people um, actually complain about the price. And you know what? They still went for it. They still just, complained about, oh, it's not our lawn's not worth that much or whatever. Actually, I had another guy. Um, he bought his parents' cottage, so he's taking over the lawn care for that, and he wanted me to still do the spring cleanup, but I upped the spring cleanup $100, and he did not think that was a fair price. They got a ton of leaves on their property, and it's a pretty big property, so and he wants them hauled away. So he didn't think that was a fair price. So I lost him as a spring cleanup customer, which I'm okay with. Can't be bothered with people who don't want to pay the price for the work that we're doing. There's three people that we do the job with, and we've got two backpack blowers, we've got the stand-on blower, and we got to get to this place which is about 25 minutes away from my house, and it takes us probably with three of us, I'm gonna say about 2.5 hours. It probably wouldn't have been too bad this season or in the spring because we actually mulched most of the leaves up in the fall, but they do have a ton of oak trees on their property, so um, it I don't know. They're still gonna have a lot of leaves on their lot this spring, so I guess he's gonna do it himself now, which I don't know. Kind of bothers me that I didn't get a job, but at the same time, I'm over it. I don't really care anymore. I got more people calling me anyways. So yeah, I'm just doing that. Uh, if anybody wants to jump on is watching, I've got the link up the top there. I'll put it up once more just to see if anyone wants to jump on or not, and so that I'm not so lonely. But there's the link if you want to jump on, and we can talk together. But yeah, I'm happy this warm weather is here. I've actually been kind of excited for the last like couple of weeks, want to get out there and just itching to get out there. And when I see the snow is still there, it just like, oh, come on, snow, go away. So it should be gone pretty soon. I hope by next week. And it's actually kind of weird because where I am, if you drive about 10 to 15 minutes south of me, the snow's almost all completely melted. As soon as you hit this one town, it's like boom, the snow is pretty deep there. It's weird. There's like a snow line or something. So we are yeah. And then I've got a couple more customers up north. Actually, no, I lost some of the customers up north that I was doing fall or spring cleanups for, which is great because the one customer I had, actually two customers I had, they're side by side. They're a good hour away from me, and they were not very high priced lawns or fall cleanup. So kind of glad those are gone because I did not want to drive all the way up there again to do them. I actually might have probably just told them I didn't want to do it because yeah, it's quite a long distance away. Increased my price by 10%. 4 out of 24 have replied so far. Nice. When did you send them out? Because I sent mine out middle of February, and I'm still waiting for those some of those people to respond. But I got a lot of people like you. They're gonna call me last minute. Like they're gonna call the week before or the week we are doing lawns, and it's like, okay, it kind of makes me nervous because I want to know what I have, but people like to oh, last week. See, I was thinking about waiting later to do it, but I want to know as early as possible who I have, and who I don't have, and it will tell me if I have to hustle to get more customers or not to keep me going. I actually do have my one commercial on. I sent him a price increase letter again this year. I went from 150 to 180, and even that is kind of low. It should be at like 200. But I've had this customer since I started my lawn or company, or actually when I bought the business. This lawn came with the business. It was at 125 bucks to cut it. He didn't really want me to increase the price, but I have to increase it because I'm not making much money from it. So I gotta actually call him because he always waits. He never actually calls me confirm. I have to actually call him to see if he got the letter, which I think is strange. I think he should be calling me. But anyways, I'm gonna call him up. What's today? Today's Monday. I think he's only 3 days a week, so I'll have to call him up on Wednesday. I think he's in Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I will call him up on Wednesday and see what he says. Um, because I would like to know if I got that lawn too. If I don't have that lawn, I need to kind of make up for not having that lawn somewhere. See, if $5 to me, $5 is absolutely nothing. Um, and you know what? Some of these people I've not increased for a long time. Like this one guy that I said that I don't care if I have him back or not. I increased it from 40 to $55 in the 10 years that I've been cutting this guy's lawn. He actually, I think it was his wife actually, that increased the price by $5 for me. I didn't even ask. They increased it for $5, so I was happy. But it's not worth the price. And he's a picky guy. Um, and he's always asking, "Oh, can you do this favor? Can you do that favor?" So he's always asking for extra stuff every now and then for for the lawns or for anything, right? So it's like, well, you're asking me for all these favors, but you don't want to pay for it. So um, it's kind of frustrating. But anyways, like I said, if I don't get that guy back, I won't miss him one bit. Yep, it is. And everything is everything's going up. But it's like I said the other night, it's a vicious cycle, man. Vicious cycle. Yeah, man, I got that Walker B. Let me tell you, freaking amazing mower. Every time I buy a walker, like so I started off with the 20 horsepower. I loved it. And then I got the Walker T25i with a 48-inch deck. I freaking absolutely love that more. Like every time I got a new walker, it just got better and better. And let me tell you, this Walker B, it blows the T away. Like it is absolutely amazing. If I didn't need the T for the fall cleanups, I'll get rid of that T and buy another B, hands down. That machine is amazing. It's way quieter. It's I've got the 52. I got 52-inch deck on it. So the T has a 48-inch deck, and I decided to upgrade to the 52. And this is it's a powerhouse, man. It's got so much power, and it's got the oil on it where you don't have to change it for 300 hours. So I'm only 100 about I think it was 150 hours. I'm at it after this last season. So I'm on I'm like got still another 150 hours. Probably get another whole season. We have to change the oil on it. Yeah, see, I don't catch any grass, none at all. I just I don't have room for it. I don't have anywhere to put it, and the way where my lawns are, um, they're just spread out really far. And to take them to the dump, our dumps up here are only open certain days of the week. So even if I had something to put the grass in, I like it's very hard to get the dump to dump the grass because they're just open a couple days a week. So it's kind of frustrating that. But yeah, I've had a couple customers over the years ask me, "Oh, can you catch bag the grass?" I'm like, "Nope, don't do it. Nope. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have room to carry my other deck. I don't have room to dump grass. And a lot of the properties I could probably dump the grass on it. But if you think about if you're dumping that much grass every week onto these people's properties in their bush or whatever, it like piles up pretty fast. So um, I know the long time ago, this one customer I had, we started piling it up in his bush because we actually at that time only had a grass collection deck, and the neighbor actually started complaining about how nasty it was smelling. So the neighbor wasn't too happy about it. Um, but yeah, I I don't collect. I just the only like I said, the only time I will collect is when I am doing my fall cleanups, and that is only to get the leaves off of off the property and into their bush, and that's what I do. Wow, 1.5 hours, eh? That's crazy. So here's my question to you guys that collect: what do you do with the grass? Where do you put it? Um, do you Do you have, like, a bigger truck that you can put the grass in? 'Cause I see different people's setups, and I'm just wondering, like, how people do it because where I am, I just I'm already renting the 2 walkers, and I got the, 16-foot trailer, I think it is. 16-foot trailer. Like, I just don't have any room for any more grass. Like, I see some guys like, what's his name? Ken Silvers. Like, I see his setup, but that's crazy to me, like, I don't know, I can't justify doing that, it's crazy. They didn't catch grass. No, you know what? The bee, man, it is solid, solid on the hills. I'm telling you, I can get this walker on steep hills that I would take the tee on, and the tee would slip on. The bee holds like crazy. The bee I got, it's got the split tail wheels on it. The only time I have um maybe an issue with it lifting up is if I'm going backing up a steep hill. It may lift a little bit, but for the most part, it's it's solid, man. It stays on the ground. I've had no problems whatsoever. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, like no, honestly, the bee, I love that machine. If I could, I just go and buy bees all day long now. Like, um, the don't get me wrong, I still love my tea. I still love getting that thing, uh, getting on that. But for fall cleanups, the tea is fantastic. It does a fantastic job. But for like in the summertime for our lawns, running the tea with the mulch and running the bee with the mulch, fantastic setup, man. It works so well. Nice. Yeah, you know what? I find after having the bee, I almost want to pay money and get the split tails on my tea just for that stability. So I can't say that word. Because yeah, my employee, he's put 2 walkers in the lake now. I've been driving walkers and doing the same ones he's driven on for 10 years and never once put the walker in a lake, and he's put a walker in the lake 2 seasons in a row now. So, but anyways, yeah, it's just like but it was a T, so it was not as stable as a B, but yeah, the B, I love that machine. It's fantastic. Um, it's it's my favorite machine so far. I would love to go up to a bigger deck on it. I would like I said, I got the 52 on it. I would love to go up to I think I don't know what the next size up. I think is it 54. I'd love to get it one more size bigger, but um, the 52 actually gets on every single lawn. There's one lawn that I didn't think it was going to get on, but it does. So it's awesome. So it's great, and it's good for some of my bigger lawns too, because that extra inch on the deck or extra couple inches on the deck helps out getting it done a bit quicker. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I got they're both the walkers at my parents right now because I don't have anywhere to store them at my house in the wintertime. So they're at my parents' garage. I actually went over the other day. The T was having a problem with the tire losing air all last season. I tried testing the water and couldn't find couldn't find any water or any hole in it. So I just kept pumping it up. Went over to my parents the other day and it was completely flat. So I took it off, took him to a mechanic. Apparently there were 2 staples in the sidewall. So he threw he threw a what do you call that? A tube inside of it for me. So that's all good. I got it in the back of my truck. I've got to go over to my parents in the next couple days and put that back on. And maybe I might I might bring the mowers back. I'm not sure yet. The weather's been really nice here and plus temperatures lately. But we have had snow in April, so I'm a little bit nervous bringing them back this early. But I would like to bring them back and get them all ready and make sure they're all working properly. I did start them up the other day, and they did start up pretty quickly. Sometimes I have problems, but I did start them up. The only machine I had problems starting was the Ferris stand-on blower. It didn't start. It was clicking and whatnot, and it was had the lights turned on, but it just wouldn't start. So I may have to charge a battery on that. I was gonna buy those what do you call those battery tenders, but never got around to it. So I need to buy those for next year because those batteries just sit there in the cold all winter long. Let's see what you say. A couple of people I've heard talk about the bee. Top Notch and Randy from Countryside didn't seem to have about to rate about them. Yeah, you know what? Randy switches mowers so many like all the time. He's always got different mowers. And there's not I actually told him this once. There's not a single mower I think I've seen him use that he has liked. I told him he needs to design his own mower that he will like because yeah, every mower I have seen him use, he has not said a single good thing about it, or he's like, there's just little thing that it's just him about it. But honestly, to be like, I'm not really an engine guy. I don't know much about engines. Like, I couldn't tell one engine from the other, which is better, which is not. If anything goes wrong with the mowers, they go straight to the shop because I have no clue how to fix that kind of stuff. Um, but I've got nothing bad to say about my B. I love it. Yeah, no, I'm trying to hit that 100K mark. I got I did a video about that like 5, 6, 7 videos ago, trying to get more subscribers to hit that mark, but I can't get anyone to follow me. So if you guys want, share this around, get people to come and subscribe because I'd like to hit that mark. Trying to do a giveaway, but my tea my team that I bought, I had problems with it, nonstop problems. It kept on losing power. So if I was going up a steep hill or any hill actually, it didn't even have to be steep. It would just start losing power and I had to go in full and it would just bog right down. It would start slowing down. And then there were times when I would take the PTO and turn the PTO on and it would take a couple of seconds to kick in, then it would kick in, it would be kind of like low power and then it would finally kick back in. So I took it to my dealer many times and try to figure out, but whenever it takes whenever I get to the dealer, it always works perfect. So finally, he figured the problem out. The pulley on it was too short, I think he said. So where the pulley goes around, I think for the engine, uh, I guess they figured it needed a longer extension on it. So they put a longer extension on it, and I've not had a problem since then. And it was under warranty. They did it for under warranty for me, so it was fantastic. Because I'm sure that would have been an expensive fix, but that's the only real issue I had with that one. I've had other stuff go wrong with it, but it's just I think it's just like maintenance stuff that using it nonstop over the years. So I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I my Walker dealer is awesome. They've been a Walker dealer for like 20 years, and the guy that works on it, he knows what he's doing. Like he keeps the parts. He'll show me what's wrong with the mower when I get, go to pick it up. He'll show me what's wrong. He'll explain it to me. I go in the shop. He talks to me about it. He's a great guy, man. He's fantastic and it's awesome. Only problem is it's an hour away. That's the closest Walker dealer is an hour away from me. So, but you know what? I pay the price. I don't care. I'll take Walker over anything else. I just find the ease of sharpening the blades and flipping that deck up and doing that is way better than anything else I've ever used or seen. Uh, well, it is still it is still our main more because we use the B and T together. Like we've got both walkers going together on the lawns. It's not like I just use the B by itself. We got for 2 days straight. We've got the B and the T together. We're using both those mowers all day long. Yeah, I haven't taken it out of the fleet. It's still going. It's just, I'm not bagging with it. I'm just mulching everything. So, yeah. Yeah, I wish you were subscribing to me. I'm subscribed from you too. How's that game? I'm joking. Yeah, so we still use both the mowers every single day we cut lawns. Like it's not like I'm using one more or the other. But if I have a choice, I would take the B over the T. Um, but it just depends on which way it just depends on which way we put the mower on the trailer. If we get to the lot and we only need one more, and say the B's up there, we'll take the B. Or if the T's up there, we'll take the T out. I don't really care. They both cut grass and they both get the job done, so it doesn't matter. I'll use whatever. I love the walkers. Doesn't matter which one it is. I mean, I after using the B last year, I kind of got that was my favorite more. Oh, as well, let's talk about the seats. So on my T, I've got the Grammar suspension seat. Let me tell you, when I first got that seat, I loved it. It was the best seat ever, coming from the regular walker seat, like that original hard seat. So I love that seat. Like when I'm driving around, you don't feel any of the bumps, whatnot. So on the B, I actually asked my dealer if I could get the Grammar seat on that as well. He said, "Sure." I get the mower. It didn't have the Grammar seat. It had the comfort seat. I was kind of disappointed, but after using the comfort seat, that comfort seat is way, way better than the Grammar seat. It's way softer, way more comfortable, and I think it actually absorbs the shocks and bumps better than the Grammar seat. Actually, I need that's another video I was planning on doing before the winter, but I just never got around to it. I've got all these ideas to do videos. I just don't have time to shoot them because I got the kids. And by the time I get home, got all this book work and stuff to do. But this year I should have some extra time because I actually got my bookkeeping. I'm getting my accountant to do it for me because I'm so terrible at it. So that should free up a lot of time for me. Uh, so MGG on your last live after it was over. Yeah, funny story. Like, so if you watch that whole live stream, so he actually bought a attachment for his what do you call that? I forget what he called it. His one machine he just bought, and he actually bought it in a town half an hour away from me, and he didn't realize that. And so when we were talking the other night, I told him, dude, if you had known that, I would have come met you because I'm like half an hour away. And the funny part about that was where he bought his attachment. That's where I bought my fair stand-on blower. So it was kind of funny. So yeah, skid steer. That's it, skid steer. So I if I had known he was here, I would have gone there and met him. Yeah, it'd be great to meet him. But I think he said he's gonna do a like barbecue or something at his place in the summertime. So he said he's gonna invite me and a whole bunch of other guys. So I would like to try and get to that. But the only problem with that is we own a trailer park as well. And my wife has to run it on the weekends, and it's supposed to be my job on the weekends to look after the kids. So I can't really get away on the weekends or whatnot. So I'll see what happens. I may be able to sneak away one weekend, but usually not because weekends here at the park are very busy. So it's just we'll see how it goes. I want to do like a like meet up with all these guys. Actually, me and my this other guy I know. I don't know if you guys know him, Tom from Wolf Lawn Care. He lives about an hour and 10 minutes away from me. We've been talking a lot. Like we've been talking business quite a bit. It's the second season business this year, and we've just been talking quite a bit. And we've got this idea, kind of like Brian Fullerton, like what he does with his I can't even say that word, Entrepreneur Academy. We've been talking about doing something like that for up in Canada because nobody here in Canada has anything like that, and we want to try and do something like that as well. And just been trying to figure out how to do that. And yeah, I just want to meet more people. Like I've met quite a bit of more guys in the last 2 years. But the only people I've actually met in person so far are Craig from Thursday's Lawn Care and Tom from Wolf Lawn Care. They're both actually in the same area. And then I went to a golf tournament with Craig, with Tom, and he introduced me to another lawn care guy. So I actually know another lawn care guy from Peterborough, and I actually went over there a couple of weeks ago and dropped something off to him. But yeah, so started to meet a couple more people around my area. But like a lot of the local lawn people in my area, like in my town, like I don't really talk to them. Like there's one guy, Jamie. He may be on here tonight. I'm not sure. Whenever I'm live, he kind of jumps on, but he talks to me quite a bit. He's actually got a walker as well, so I'll talk back and forth with him quite a bit about some issues that we have and some stuff that we have going on. But other than that, I don't really. A lot of lawn care guys around here aren't really into the whole YouTube thing or any of that. I'm like the only YouTube guy in my area for lawn care. So yeah, it's kind of strange, but I'm trying to get more people, like talking to more people and getting to know more of the local lawn care guys. Uh, so it's a seasonal trailer park. We've got 68 sites. We don't do any like RV overnights. They're all seasonal sites. So a lot of the people who have trailers in this park um, have been uh, here for quite a long time. Like my one friend, his parents have been here for over 40 years. My parents bought this place 30 years ago, and then my wife and brother bought it from them 4 years ago. So we've been here quite a long time. But a lot, I think back in the day, they did a little bit of transient, like people coming in and out for a couple nights. But here, it's just all seasonal sites. We're fully booked. Um, if I remember tomorrow, I'll do an Instagram story for you, and you can check my Instagram story out and show you. Or I can always maybe I'll take a photo of it from because I live on upstairs, so I can take a photo of it for you. You can kind of see, or um, I've got some drone shots from a long time ago. If I can find the drone shots, I can try and send those to you, but I will have to find them. I think they're on my other old hard drives. But yeah, it's basically just a trailer park, man. Like people come here for the season. Season starts, I think, Mother Day weekend, and it goes till Thanksgiving or Canadian Thanksgiving, which is in October. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what it is. And people just come here. We live on the lake. If you've I know you guys have seen some of my videos, but if you see, I'm always showing the lake. I usually start them off in the morning, me on the lake, showing the awesome sunrise and how awesome it looks. So, yeah, it's just a great place to live and been here quite a while. So, yeah, um, yeah. Trailer Park have a website. Yes, it's www.islandviewtrailerpark. Let me see. Let me just find it. I don't know if it's .com or .ca. Um, Here it is. Let me show you. I'll put it down here in the comments for you. That's the website right there for you. You can check that out and tell me what you think of it. That photo on that page. Oh yeah, so the top photo. Oh, you can't see it all. So the top photo there is my photo. I took it with I can't remember. I think I took it with just my iPhone 4, but the light of the lake was awesome, and the trees you see sticking up is an actual island. It's not a very big island, but the light that night was awesome. My wife's used that as the. I don't know why they don't have that so you can see the whole island. It's kind of strange. I think they would pull it down some, but anyways, that's the park, and that's kind of that's where I live all year long. So you know booked up solid. Like I said, everyone's been here for years. If people want to sell their trailer, they sell it, and especially with COVID, man, trailers were selling like hotcakes. Man, they're selling for way over what a trailer should be selling for. Um, it was crazy, and as well, I bought a boat a couple years ago, a ski boat. Bought it for a certain price and took it back to the marina to get it winterized. They told me I could sell it for double for what I bought it for. And boats, so the last couple of years because of COVID, boats, trailers, anything related to that, is like selling for extremely overpriced. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. If you go, I honestly have not really even looked at this website. I'll click on the picture, see what pictures. Oh yeah, there. So when you click on pictures, yeah, that's that island right there. And to the right hand of the tree, there's like a little cliff there. You can jump off of it. It's pretty sweet. I haven't jumped off it in years, but it's pretty sweet to jump off of. And then you can get back up and jump off again. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet place to live, man. Like I'm part of this group on. I don't know if you guys have heard of Clubhouse. It's an audio app, but it's got there's this one group on that I listen to. It's called Win the Morning, and I was thinking about the one thing that they said about living places and whatnot. And I just thought like the amount of places I've lived. Like I lived out west in Whistler and Jasper, and when I was living out there, I just couldn't believe that I would actually live there and that it was, I got to see that view of the mountains every day. And I kind of feel same way here sometimes. Like I look at it every day and say, man, I'm so lucky to live here. And you see people from the city, they come up here, for the weekend, and they go back home. I'm like, I don't know how they do it. It's so hot down in Toronto, and then they, come up here to be on the lake and get cooled down, and you have to drive back on a hot day. It's crazy. Oh man, London's not that far. You could drive up here. Come up here for a day or whatever. If you ever get time, come up here for a day. Do like day trip. Actually, how far is London? I think London's probably like what 4 hours from here, maybe more. I don't even know. I should map that out right now and see. It's quite far. I'm actually heading down to Niagara Falls on the 31st. I use a Marriott Bonvoy card for my the American Express card for my business. I pay for it, which sucks, but I mean, I get all these points for hotels, and then I got 2 free nights. So I actually booked my 2 free nights at the end of the month because they're going to expire. So we're going down for 2 nights, get a quick little getaway before the season starts. Nice. How actually we do have a lot of people who come up from all over the place. Like I'm trying to think. There's people from all over from our trailer park. There's one guy from there's a lot of people from Toronto. I think there's more people like a guy from Orangeville, I believe it is. People from all over. So if you want to park your trailer somewhere, so you gotta be careful. You gotta call the places because especially with COVID, it's been very hard to get people to get a vacant site. And when they do have a vacant site, they fill it very fast, especially in our park. But you have to be careful with having your own trailer and trying to get into a place like ours because most of the trailers that sell here, they stay here. They don't take them off. They stay on the site. So we have people calling all the time, like with you, with your trailer that you want to park it somewhere, and you can't park it because we've got our sites are full. There's nowhere to park it. So you got to call around and find the parks that have sites that may be open, which, like I said, it's very hard right now to do because everybody's full. But maybe now that everything's starting to open back up, this is what my wife thinks that now that everything's opening back up, that people may start selling their trailer, uh, and they may be moving on doing other things because before this whole thing, um, people were traveling more, right? But now because of COVID, people weren't traveling, so they were staying in Ontario. But now with it opening up, they may be taken off. So there may be more trailers up for sale. But that still doesn't mean there's going to be a vacant spot. That doesn't mean someone's going to pull the trailer. That just means that people are going to sell the trailer that's here. So my advice to you, I know you already have a trailer, but you might be better off to sell your trailer and finding a park that already has trailers for sale and just buying a trailer that's already on the lot. That would be my advice to you. Um, Oh no, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. This park's been here for over 40 years. Apparently, before this park, it was I think a cottage resort as well. So this park is very old, and the lake that we live on actually used to be a river back in the day before the Trent Severn turned it and put the dams up. And apparently there are cottages like further down, like actually in the lake. But once they put the dams in and flooded the river up, it made it in the lake. We had those cottages went away. Uh, Location is the hard part. So like where would you want to have your trailer? That's thing with the trailer, you need to know where you want to be. You kind of need to know what the kind of park you want to be in. And not every park is different, right? So for us, like we're on a lake, right? So there's us and there's a trailer park right beside us. We're both on lakes, but we are on a nice part. We've got a nice sandy beach and we've got a nice big, open area. The trailer park beside us is on this nasty, skanky bay. very shallow. So if you want a boat, it's very shallow to get in and out of the bay. And when the water's down low on the lake, it's harder to get your boat in and out. And the swimming there is not very nice. I wouldn't swim in that if you paid me to. It's all mushy and weedy. Um, and then the trailer park, there's actually another trailer park right across the road from us, but that trailer park went downhill fast, but another guy bought it and he's upgraded it. He fixed the pool. I think was there a pool there? I can't remember if there's a pool or if you put a pool in, but there's a pool there now. So it's basically kind of like bush camping. I haven't actually been over there since I was a kid, so I couldn't tell you what it even looks like now, but I think he's put a lot of money into it. So there's parks like that, like if you just want like a rustic bush park like that, or if you want a park that's on a lake. Our park is pretty small. We've got, like I said, 68 sites. There's other parks that are like 150 sites. So there's so many different things to consider and what you want to do. And for our park, we don't have much to do here. So we've got the lake. So if you have a boat, you can go water skiing or whatnot. If there's a spot open on the dock, because that's the other thing. Everybody wants a boat dock. So we've got the lake, we've got a small playground, we got basketball court, or not basketball court, just like a little net with like those some patio stones down. There's a volleyball court, and honestly, basically that's all we have at our trailer park. That's how small it is. Other trailer parks are huge. They got like a pool, they got a huge store, they've got a games room and all this stuff. So there's a bunch of things you have to consider. See, your kids would probably like it here because we have a ton of kids here now. A ton of kids. I think there's like over 60 kids in this park, which is way too many for here. But yeah, there's a lot of kids here. So if you know, if you want a park that's kid friendly, ours is definitely kid friendly. But I think that may, I'm not sure if that's going to change or not, but it kind of goes in cycles. So, there'll be a lot of kids and the kids will grow up and then it'll be like more retired people. And then all of a sudden more kids will show up. So it kind of goes in cycles. It's strange. Um, if you guys want to jump up and talk, go for it, man. I've just put the link there. It's 10 o'clock now. I got to get to bed soon because I was up to 11 o'clock the other day on my other live stream, but I got to get up early, get my kids going tomorrow morning. Yeah, 4 hours. That's a problem, right? It's a distance. But it's strange because so the trailer park industry has changed quite a bit. So for instance, when I was a kid, people were taking their vacations here. People were actually coming up here and taking their 2 weeks summer vacations here. Now, the people only come up for the weekends and they'll be taking their summer vacations somewhere else. Or if they do come here, it'll be maybe only for a week instead of their full 2 weeks or whatever, right? So it's strange. Like if you came up here, it'd definitely be hard if you want to be a weekend warrior because 4 hours, like you get off work by the time you get up here is 10 or 11. But people do it all the time. Like I said, there's people from all over that come here, and it's some people don't care about the distance. They like the park, and they're willing to do the travel, right? Uh, but I mean, for me, I'd be like, you should look at Niagara Falls. Like if you like Niagara Falls area, I think there's a lot of nice parks down there. But you know what? There are so many trailer parks. Like it's insane how many trailer parks there are. I didn't even realize. I honestly I didn't even know what a trailer park was until my dad bought this park. We lived in Burlington, and my parents weren't into camping. They weren't into like anything like that. And then they bought this trailer park, and then now like I know all these trailer parks. Now that my wife's taken like telling me about all these other trailer parks. It's like in the Kawartha Lakes where I live, so many trailer parks. Like I said, there's like 3 trailer parks, like 2 here and 1 across the road. And then there's a ton more like in Bob Cage in and all over. I haven't found I haven't found any yet. I haven't found a single one, and I hope I don't. Um, our lake, I probably wouldn't find any because it's actually flows pretty quickly. Going from it starts in the one town, and then the dam. You go over the dam, and then you go through the river. Then you come into our lake. Then it goes down through some rapids. Then it goes into another smaller lake. Then it goes down through another river all the way to the next lake. So it's a free flowing lake. So if there was anything, it would flow pretty fast. And if I did find one, I think I'd probably push it off because that would freak me out. I may never go back in the lake again. Oh my, that's funny. Oh yeah. So, anyways, living on a lake here at the trailer park, it's not bad. Um, it's a lot of work. I don't really do any work around here. It's my wife that does it all, but this year I think I'm gonna have to help out. She's gonna get me to cut the lawn actually. So well, if you guys ever want to visit, feel free. If you want to come up and check it out and just to see what it's like, for your trailer. Like I said, you probably won't get your trailer in here. You probably have to buy one that's for sale. And right now, I don't think there's any for sale because it's just a tough market to get trailers. But if you ever want to come up here, let me know. You can come up and check it out, and you can just see what it's like and see what you think of it, man. You can spend a couple hours or whatnot. If you come up in the summertime on a weekend, I can take you in the boat, show you the lake and whatnot. Um, yeah, I mean, it's best to come, like, a lot there's been some people that want to just come and just buy a trailer without seeing it, but honestly, you gotta see the park before you buy because you wanna make sure that first, you gotta like where you're at, right? And you gotta like the amenities that the park has, um, and if you come here and you're not a lake person, you don't like lake, you don't wanna swim in the lake, and you don't really want a boat, then this place may not be for you because, if you're a pool person, then you may wanna, find a park that's got a pool. So, you know, it all depends on what you want and what you're looking for your trailer, right? And like I said, if you are looking for a park that you wanna put your trailer in, call early, like, I'd be calling now and call all over the place, find places you wanna be at, and see if they, have any vacancies. If they don't, ask them if they have a wait list, but usually the wait lists, even that, like, people keep calling here all the time, and, you know, they just my wife doesn't put them on a wait list. Mosquitoes, heck yeah, man. Those buggers are bad in the spring, man. Like, they're bad up until, I don't know, like, July. They start dying off around July, but, the mosquitoes are bad here, man. It doesn't help because we live, like, right beside a swamp as well, so they just I think they get infested in there. Yeah, you like this lake for fishing, man. The guys here are pulling muskies on the lake like friggin' 2, 3, 4 feet long sometimes. Like, this one guy, he's a Frenchie. He's been in our trailer park forever. His parents it's actually his parents' trailer, but he's been here since he was a kid. He's a fisher guy. He every time he goes out, he's got a muskie. He pulls in a muskie every single time, and they're huge. So there's muskie, there's bass. I don't like fishing. I hate fishing, so I don't fish. But yeah, the guys are pulling out quite a bit of big fish in this lake now. I don't. And when I was a kid, I don't remember anybody pulling fish out that big. I think I don't know if they introduced the bigger fish, like the muskie, into the lake in the last few years or whatnot, or if they've just taken over. But yeah, there's some big fish in this lake. Yep. And even like around here, provincial parks. I like the provincial parks, but even you gotta book early to get in them, and even then, they're like hard to get into. So it's camping. I think, like I said, I think because of the COVID thing, and not being able to go anywhere, people have just started camping more and just staying closer to home. And when that happens, it's a lot harder to do things, especially camping or anything like that, right? So um, it's just it's just the way it's going. But my wife really thinks now, but that Ontario has opened up a little bit more, that more people are gonna be traveling away, and then maybe some people may be selling the trailers because they don't wanna be here, they'd rather be traveling doing other things, so, yeah. Yeah, 5 months, that's crazy, and whenever you go on the system to try and find something, it's gone within, like, 2 minutes, like, it's impossible to get anything. Actually, I need to take my son camping this year. I've been wanting to take him camping for a long time, he hasn't been yet, but I need to try and find something, crap, what is March? I should be looking right now for something because 'cause they're probably already booked solid. 'Cause, I like to take him somewhere. He's never been camping before, so there's a lot of things I should go do with him that I haven't done yet, but he's turning 6 on Thursday, so maybe I should get on the system tomorrow and see what's available and try and get something booked in because, yeah, 5 months is a long time to wait. If I wait another 2 months, it's gonna be booked up for all summer, right? So, don't wanna wait that long to, go camping. But anyways, guys, I better get going. I gotta get to bed because I got these kids up in the morning. My voice is starting to crack, man. It's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but it's starting to get all raspy and crazy. So, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off. Thanks for jumping on and watching. Hope you guys have a good season. And yeah, if you want to come up here at all, check the trailer park out. Let me know, and we can make a date. All right, guys. Talk to you later.